All
Live.
right, recording. We're live.
We're on.
This is Owner Talk, the podcast where not only business owners talk about business and life and all the things that we need to own up to. My name is Pavel and I'm your host. Today I'm talking to Wayne about life and business in Barbados, how they are handling COVID, what business opportunities there are, and how he's handling the crisis. My name is Pavel. I'm the founder of ecalips.com and Affiworks.com. This is the first episode of Owner Talk. It's the first episode. It's most likely it's gonna suck, but you gotta start somewhere. But to make it suck a little bit less, I have a great guy here today. His name is Wayne. He's the founder and owner of AC Car Rentals out of Barbados. That's accarrentalsbb.com. This guy, if I'm not wrong, started his company from zero. Today, you're at about 20 cars. You're a long-term client.
That is correct.
I'm very excited to have you here. It should be a fun show because you're a funny guy. You're a funny guy.
I'm excited to be here, really.
The title of our episode today, episode number 1, is Barbados Showdown. You, when we talked for the first time, a couple of weeks ago about doing the podcast, you told me a funny story about a client who came to your rental company and how you were going through everything they're supposed to pay for the rental and so on and so on. And you told me, so is this the showdown, right? So could you
Shakedown.
So what's the So this is a rental industry. This is obviously a rental industry thing. So what's the shakedown? Like what is that? Like what happens with the rental industry?
Well, because at that point in time, right, we were working with a booking company, right? We were working with a booking company, and it was like they had their set prices or whatever the case may be, and they didn't mention to like the clients that they had to pay extra for the insurance or whatever the case is, So then it was like the client came through, everything was good, we're going through everything. So then I started to work on the insurance with the client and stuff like that, and then they were like, huh? Well, no one.
That's why people love the rental industry, right? That's why a lot of people love renting cars.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so we're going down the road, and then you start to explain the insurance and stuff, and then they were like, "Well, that's not what we were told." Blah blah blah. And then he asked me, "Oh, I get it. This is a shakedown, right?" I was like, "Oh, okay, here we go." So then it was like at that point, I was just like, I didn't know what to do because I was just starting out as well, so I didn't know how to kind of deal with that situation. So what I said to him was, I said, "Okay, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to the other companies, right? And you're going to go see what their prices are like and see what they're doing. And I'll wait right here for you." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to go check the other companies, blah, blah, blah." I said, "You go ahead. No problem." So then he was like, "You're going to wait?" So I said, "Yeah, I'll wait." And then eventually he went and he started checking out the other prices and stuff. And then I saw him coming back towards me. And then he just started apologizing to me. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. I didn't mean to be so high maintenance and all that." And I just found it funny, But that's why I'm always like adamant about transparency.
Yeah.
Well, with our company, because you know what? No one is supposed to have that feeling. When you click the dotted line, when you click on it, when you click accept, what you see at the bottom line is what you should be paying. You shouldn't be turning up and having hidden fees and this and that. I don't really believe in that. That's not good enough, for me.
But that's how we run our business. Nobody likes getting screwed over, right?
Exactly.
That's the thing. Yeah. Now, that's also one of the things why I like working with you guys, and because it is about transparency. This story doesn't seem like it's about transparency, but if you look at your reviews, that's I think that speaks for itself. And like you're one of the people that we work with, and you're getting close to 5-star genuine reviews, and and that's what it's about. I just came from. I was in Cancun for 5 weeks now, and the type of experience I got from the local companies. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are also some good companies, but I actually rented cars from like the bigger guys, from the big names, and it's just like that's just so much non-transparency when it comes to pricing. Like they come up with these and I was trying to book, because I've been in the industry for some time, right? So you're trying to book a car for a price that seems good. I mean, not good in terms of like $5 per day, but a regular price, like you're paying like, I don't know, $40 per day or something. And then you come to their office, and they want to charge you like more than $2,000 for the deposit.
Oh yeah,
it's just like,
oh yeah,
that's just like, sure. I mean, I just you can keep my $2,000 for 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm all for it, because like I'm not going to be eating and doing the usual stuff, just for the rental car. So anyway, tell me what's going on. It's March 16th, 2021. We've been into COVID 1 year, more or less.
More or less 1 year.
Yeah. You're in Barbados. What's going on in Barbados? What's the situation? We talked a little bit before we started recording. You said today's one of those days. So what's what's up and down?
Man, up and down business, man. Business. I mean, I think at the end of when the whole world gets back to normalcy, right? What I think should happen is anyone who has a business and still survives after this should be given an automatic honorary master's business management. Because I'm gonna tell you, it is so hard to stay in business in this time. I bet when you sat down and I want to own my own business, I want to follow my dreams, I bet you never thought you'd have to deal with something like this.
You want to start a business? We're gonna throw in a pandemic for you, just to make it a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, we're just gonna throw that wrench in there for you. See how you like that one, boy.
See how you do.
Tell you, boy, my heart goes out to everyone. My heart goes out to everyone, because it's not only financially taxing, it's mentally taxing.
Yeah,
because it's every day. It's unknown.
It's true. It's true.
As soon as you see a peak, it closes up on you.
Yeah.
So there's no consistency. The only thing consistent about it is nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's very mentally taxing, and it can be very frustrating when you just don't know. You can't. People are asking you questions and you have no answers. You have no answers. Yeah. And I think that anyone that can survive after that, you definitely have a skill and a talent.
Yeah.
Because I got to tell you, it's not easy. We've watched. It's so disheartening to see all these businesses go up in flames. That's people have worked their whole lives trying to keep those businesses open and stuff, and it is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
And you're a business owner. You have a few kids, I think. So it's not like you're not responsible for other people as well, right?
Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you got to put food on that table.
Yeah.
Food has to go on the table, and that's you got your business. Your business isn't performing. I mean, and the misconception I find that a lot of people have is like, people think because you own a business, you're just like loaded in money. You're always loaded in money. But those are people who don't understand business. I mean, you make your investments, and it takes a while. It takes years for you to get returns. Business isn't like you open today and then like next week you're balling. Nah, your business has to grow. You have to pay a lot of attention to your business in order to get to the place where like you can actually start to bank that money. You know what I mean? And if you've opened up a business in the last 4 or 5 years, because most businesses fail within the first 5 years. Yeah. So most people that have opened their businesses within the last 5 years, it's tougher for them than anyone else. I mean, it's tough across the board, but just to get that momentum going and get the capital built, it's very hard at first. So I know a lot of businesses that have opened within that time frame, are very, 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 they're in a very difficult place right now. Yeah. So when you have like when you got to provide, it's hard. I mean, what are you gonna do? You can't just leave the kids there for like they got to eat daily.
Yeah.
Lights got to be on, roof got to be over your head, water got to be coming through those taps. I'm telling you. So it is very challenging, very, very challenging.
On a side note, though, I have to say something. When we spoke, I remember the first time we spoke, we were talking about this whole pandemic, and I asked you, so how's business? How's the rental business? Like, how's it going for you? It's not like for a lot of people who work with us right now, it's not the best. And I remember you told me, "Oh, I always get business, man. I always get business."
I kind of do.
So tell me, no, seriously. So what's the situation now in Barbados in terms of like if somebody wants to come in, are people still coming in? Just a disclaimer: I'm originally from the Czech Republic, which is where I live most of the time. Right now, Czech Republic is not doing so well. A lot of things are closed down. There's a lot of discussion about what's going to be next. Unfortunately, a lot of businesses suffering. This has been going on for a few months. At the beginning of the year, I left. I went to Spain for a few weeks. Then I went to Mexico. Now I'm in Texas, in the United States. Mexico and Texas. Texas just opened up like 5 days ago, and they're 100% business. I have to say, it's a completely different world in terms of being in Europe and being here, where people are trying. And you are in the Caribbean as well, so it's kind of like it's this part of the world. People here are really like, let's go, let's do it. I mean, we got to keep moving.
Yeah, everyone's ready to get back. They're ready to get back. Yeah. I mean, it's like, we know we're between a rock and a hard place. We're between a rock and a hard place. And these are not easy decisions to have to make. And I'm just glad, let me just put this disclaimer out there. I'm glad I'm not the one that got to make these decisions. Because they are not easy decisions to have to make. On one hand, you have the public health. And then on the next hand, you have the survival of the public. So, it's hard.
So are people coming into Barbados? Is there any kind of tourism? Is there any kind of movement at all? Or what's the situation? Let's say if somebody wants to come to Barbados right now.
Well, currently we offer like a 12-month stamp, right? For people who want to work remotely. Work remotely so they can just come here on a 12-month stamp. And because usually when you get on vacation, most places they give you 3-6 months to stay. Then you gotta kind of leave and then come back or whatever, right? But what we've introduced during the pandemic is a 12-month visa. We've introduced that scheme. So what we have now, we have a lot more people coming in to work remotely. So we have a few people that are still here, but they're not like, it's not like the average 2-week vacationer. We have more of a long-term situation going on, right? So a lot of people are, using that to their advantage. And basically that's what we kind of have right now, because most of Canada's not coming. No one in England, because that's where we get the base of our business from, that's where we get most of our tourists from, like England or Canada and stuff. But, and you know how that situation goes. So they're not really doing much flying. We're anticipating getting them going and having them return to the island. Probably last time I heard it was like the 17th of May or something like that. So meanwhile, we're just kind of trying to work with the people that are interested in the 12-month visa. And so far, it's been a good response. From the rest of the world. Yeah.
So I mean, the truth is that the whole remote working is picking up. You're in the same time zone as the United States and Canada. So I think that also plays in your favor. So somebody can come down. I guess the weather's not bad.
Yeah. Oh, no. It's absolutely wonderful. It is so hot outside today. I'm telling you, the sun is
So people coming in right now. There is a little bit of a movement. You gotta take the test when you come into Barbados. Is there any kind of
you definitely have to have a negative PCR. So what happens is I find most people are kind of pushing towards the 12 months visa because it's hard to take a 2-week vacation, right? And quarantine for 6-7 days out of 14. You know what I mean? So
is that what's in place in Barbados right now? 6-day quarantine? Is that what you have to do?
I think it's 5 days, really.
Okay.
I think it's a 5-day quarantine. 5 days, yeah. It's about that. It
Okay.
used to be less, but that didn't work out too good.
Okay.
That didn't work out too good. So basically, it's like they've implemented, like, I believe it's between 5 and 7 days. Don't hold me to that, but I believe it's between 5 and 7 days. And people are not just coming for 2 weeks. People are coming for a longer now, right? Because it makes no sense to come for 14 days and then you're like, stuck in a quarantine hotel for 5 days, right? Mm-hmm. So I find people are taking it to their advantage right now to actually be here longer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what's been, getting us through this in terms of economy, And I mean, it was a great idea because, I mean, the response that we got to it, I mean, you're seeing people, you're on the streets, you're traveling, you're going around, and you're seeing people like, didn't I see you last year? No, they haven't left. They've always been here, which is wonderful. I mean, people are getting to know this island in a way that a 2-week vacation could not be possible for you to do. People are getting very intimate with Barbados right now. Very intimate with Barbados. They're everywhere. They're learning every nook, cranny. We were on lockdown for a little bit because we had a little outbreak. Barbados is too small. We can't afford to have these outbreaks. Once we start getting those outbreaks, it must be contained. So we've just had a little, I believe it was 6 weeks where, everything had to just stop for a little while. But no, we're opening back slowly and everyone's getting out a little bit more. The beaches are open a little bit more. So, it gives everybody a little more space to maneuver, right? Which is good. Yeah. So all our numbers are trending downwards.
Okay.
The numbers are coming right down, because I mean, Barbados is a country we take what we do here serious. As a tourism-based country. We take what we do seriously here. This is generations and generations and generations of tourism. Yeah. So this is what we do here. So when we have something like an outbreak or something, because even last year we had it, but then everything was shut down. That was it. We were back to normal quickly. We had an outbreak in end of December, beginning of January, and we were like, nope, let's get rid of this. So everyone buckled down. They did what they had to do. Now we're starting to see the effects of that, and we're getting back on the road slowly. The numbers are coming down, so we're heading back to normalcy quicker.
So services are open. Services are open, restaurants.
Well, we just opened back up the restaurants for indoor dining. Capacity got to be it's probably going to be a 60% capacity, but that's just for now. Shortly we'll be back to normal within a couple of weeks. Yeah, I strongly believe it because everyone's kind of doing what they got to do. There's a few hiccups, but you know what? We're human. We make. No,
sure. I mean, we live in an imperfect world, and that's something that we need to remember. These capacity restrictions. When I was in Cancun, obviously, they have this traffic light system, right? It's red, orange, I think green. I don't know exactly how it works, but basically they have limitations in terms of capacity. And the truth is, I've seen it. They talk about it, but you don't even notice it. The biggest thing was that you just go to a restaurant and it's either open or not. So just the fact. And it's a funny thing to say, but it's the biggest luxury for me to go to a restaurant. Because we had restaurants closed for almost a year, I think, more or less. Wow. So being somewhere where you can actually go to a restaurant. And so I think this whole long-term visa is a great idea. It's a great deal.
Oh yeah.
How's Barbados in terms of costs? If I want to go to Barbados, is it comparable to? You used to live in the United States as well, right?
Yes.
That's what you told me. Yeah. So how is it if you compare it to I don't know, the United States? What's the situation?
You can't really compare it to the United States because it's there's so many different parts of the U.S. Some places are expensive, some places aren't. You know, basically, I would say Barbados is not that expensive, but there is a market for everyone. Let's just put it like that. There's a market for everyone.
You're a fox, man. You're a smart fox.
Yeah, if you like it expensive, we can give you expensive. You want it moderate, we can give you moderate.
I like it.
Kind of do the the whole touring the world backpack scene, we can give you that as well. So there's a market and there's a place for everyone.
Yeah. It's a small island, but it's full of opportunities.
Full of opportunity. Yep. Definitely. If you want it, and if you like things done a certain way, there is a market for you.
Okay.
That's what I would say. Just like if you go to America, if you go to anywhere in the world, you want it expensive, you can have it expensive. You want it backpacker style, you can get it backpacker style. You want a normal vacation, you can have a normal vacation,
Yeah.
And that's a wonderful thing, because I mean, once you're dealing with people, you have to remember everyone is not in the same bracket. And if you want to survive, you have to be able to cater for everyone.
Yeah.
And everyone is different. Yeah.
Okay. Wayne, we're closing on 20 minutes, so that's kind of how we set it up to be around 20 minutes. But before we go, I just want to ask one last question. So, how's your business adjusting to the new normal? Obviously, we're both from the rental industry. I'm just kind of curious. I'm just curious about like how are people in general reacting, because like kind of what you're talking about is the type of tourists that are coming to your island. That's kind of changing. It's kind of changing from the 2-week, 3-week type of tourist to long term. Is this something that you're adjusting to, or like how are you reacting to that? Just like from a business perspective, that's kind of interesting. I mean, rental industry or not. That's kind of what you do, right?
I can give you that in 2 parts, right?
Yeah.
I can give you that from my perspective and from clientele perspective. Okay. From my perspective, it's so much easier. Oh God, it's easier because it's less work. It's less work for the staff, because most of the decisions I make, the staff are definitely a high priority when the decision making process is going on. Yeah. And it's easier for them because you got longer people coming, they're staying, the rentals are longer. So you're not here up and down all the time. Right. So you get a nice smooth transactions. And then, you're not up and down all the time. So it's easier for them. Right. The scheduling is easier for them. So that part I love about it, right?
Yeah.
That part I love, definitely. From a clientele perspective, since COVID, right? Because we're in the Caribbean, so we're a bit more laid back, We've kind of neglected the digital age more. So because of COVID, we've had to think outside the box and think about, okay, we need to find a way to decrease transmission. We need to find a way to not be so hands-on. So COVID has actually made us step our game up in terms of, our internet presence and the way we do things and the way we communicate and interact with clients without being in their face. Right. So now the clients love it even more because everything is just like that. There's no, it takes the risk and the risk of the spread all the way down, and they love it even more because I mean they get what they want without putting themselves and their families at risk, since we've stepped up and stepped closer into the digital age, right? And everyone is commenting and saying, oh, this is so much easier, blah blah blah, everything is done over the internet. They can always communicate with us because we have a clientele that is, it's our biggest thing is repeat. We have a lot of repeat clients, right? So before, when we used to do it, everything was face-to-face interaction and stuff like that. I mean, they still like to see us. They still like to see the staff or whatever, right? But the biggest thing for them, because, everybody's worried about the transmission of COVID-19. So now with the whole grasping and the developing of our internet presence and stuff like that, they're like, oh, this is fabulous. This is fabulous.
Yeah.
So, it's easier for them and it's easier for us. So hopefully we can just continue to develop on that and keep making it, that's why I'm always in conversation with you, Pavel.
A nice plug. Thank you.
Because definitely Eclipse does a great job. They're absolutely fabulous.
All right. Okay. Wayne, it's I mean, every time I talk to you, it feels like the world is full of opportunities, even
thank you.
even during this pandemic. So, and I think that's extremely important. It's extremely important for us to stay in conversation, to always be looking for opportunities. I think you're a great ambassador to Barbados.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Obviously, we're gonna keep talking I cannot recommend your business enough. Anybody who's going to Barbados, I'm pretty sure you're gonna give them a good service, not just in rental, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a blast with you. Maybe whatever.
It's unforgettable, Pavel. Unforgettable. I'm telling you.
So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for coming on the podcast today for our first episode.
Thanks for having me, man.
It was great, and I guess we're gonna speak again soon.
Oh, definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
Thank you, and you have a great day.
Same to you, Pavel. Take care of yourself, okay?
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. You're welcome.
If you guys liked that episode, hit that subscribe and notification button, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.